I've been teaching beginner artists for over 6 years now, and in that time I've learned a lot about the different struggles that beginner artists face. And there are two main challenges that I see come up over and over again. The first challenge is how to draw regularly or how to get addicted to drawing, while the second challenge is what drawing exercises to do. In terms of drawing exercises, I have a free video that will be linked below on 54 free drawing exercises made for beginner artists. They're optimized for having fun and also learning the technical skills, but also make sure to watch the end of that video, the last 20 minutes, where I go over some of the mindsets that will really help you along. Now let's talk about the one trick that will help you get addicted to drawing. But first, let's go over the story that most artists go through. I feel like there's an archetypal story that most artists go through, and it goes something like this. Most artists, when they first start out, they go through this honeymoon phase of drawing where they draw a ton, they have so much fun, they're just like exploring drawing, and it's just full of joy. The art practice is full of joy, there's so much exploration and adventure, and everything's just good. Vibes are good, everyone's happy, everyone's feeling great, you know? You feel excited to sit down to draw. For a lot of you, you might have gone through a phase where you were addicted to drawing. You might be watching this video because there's a part of your mind that's like, well, I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the energy that I had when I first started drawing because it was so much more fun. Like I felt like the world was ahead of me and I could just do anything. Like drawing was this endless experiment. There was so much fun. And then next we get into the improvement phase of drawing where we start to set goals for our drawing practice. We start to watch tutorials, we start to do drawing exercises. We look at all the different artists online and we decide like, oh, I want to learn this, so I'm going to start copying this artist. And then like when I realize I can't do that overnight, I'm going to start copying this artist because it feels weird to like try to chase this thing that's hard to get, but then I'm going to go jump over here, try to switch up my style, but then also that doesn't work, so now I'm going to go try this other thing. And then over time we start to compare our art more and more, and we try to improve more and more, and then slowly over time our energy for the drawing practice just dips. And just keeps dipping until you get to a phase where it's just not fun anymore. For a lot of you, even though you know you love drawing, even though you know you're an artist at heart, it's hard to sit down to draw. A lot of my students will send emails to me when they hit this phase, where suddenly they don't have any energy to draw and they're confused about why that's happened. They keep asking, hey, I used to love drawing, I know I'm an artist, but for some reason, I'm not able to draw. So like, what's happening here? This doesn't make any sense. It's a huge part of my identity to be creative, even as a beginner, but it's hard to sit down to draw. If you've done the Inner Artist course, you know where I'm going with this. The problem is that you've set high expectations for your drawing practice and that's robbed you of all the fun. The reason why the honeymoon phase is so fun is because the expectations are very low and everything's just a blue sky, right? There's so much hope and enjoyment, while once you get into the improvement phase, you start to aim direct at very specific things, and then you start to lose sight of the things that you enjoy, and those unhealthy expectations start to rob you of all the joy that you used to feel. I always encourage my students to sit down and write out their expectations. So that is one thing that you can do, and I highly recommend it if you have the guts to do it. Sit down, write out what expectations you have over your drawing practice, and try to really confront those expectations and be very, very honest about it. If you are someone who is drawing because you're hoping to get external validation, write that down. And I'm not going to judge you for that. That doesn't make your art practice any less pure. I think it's a very normal human compulsion to desire validation, but it doesn't have to be the entire practice. I think for a lot of you, you want a certain amount of external validation, but you also want to have fun. And it's usually the combination of the two that we're chasing, but sometimes we start to lean towards that improvement validation side and start to lose sight of the enjoyment side. So there's one mindset that I've been applying lately that I do think helps a ton in terms of like drawing way more and having way more fun drawing. I like to call this mindset the Perma beginner mindset. And it's something that I've been applying over the past couple of weeks, especially to my dance practice. And also I'm trying to apply this more into my art practice. The mindset is essentially that I'm going to accept the fact that I'm going to be a beginner for the rest of my life. And that is completely fine. I do not have to become an intermediate artist. I don't have to become an advanced artist. I don't have to become the greatest artist of all time. I'm going to put aside all of those goals. I'm just going to accept the fact that, hey, if I'm a permanent beginner for the rest of my life, if I'm just stuck in beginner phase, or if I'm an amateur at this, that's completely fine as long as I'm having fun. So as I was saying earlier, sometimes the validation improvement side takes over the fun side. Let's just get rid of the improvement. So let's take that out of the pie. That's not even a part of this. Validation, you're still going to desire validation. The idea that you're just going to wipe out any desire for validation, That's not realistic. That's just not going to happen. But you can get validation in different ways. One way that you can get validation is being an artist who has more fun drawing than anyone else. That is the goal that I've set for myself. I want to be an artist who has way more fun drawing, way more fun doing activities than any other artist. And I do this also when I go into dance classes. So I'm a hip hop dancer as a hobby. And when I go into dance classes, or if I go and practice dancing, my number one goal is to have more fun than anyone else, even if I'm the worst dancer there. And I want you to apply this to your drawing practice. Next time you sit down to draw, your number one goal is, I'm going to have as much fun as possible. And I want to get validation for being a fun artist, for being an artist who enjoys their practice. And that doesn't mean that the drawings have to look fun, but they have to be fun to you. So if you really like drawing dark, horror, scary things, if that's fun to you, that's also a way of having fun. Right? It's not about the subject matter. It's more about the feeling that you get. It's about the enjoyment that you feel when you sit down to draw. And that is a Perma beginner mindset. It's accepting the fact that, hey, I don't need to improve. What's the point of improving if I'm not having fun? And I'm just going to put aside that goal and just focus on the enjoyment, especially because it honors that creative energy that's within you that you've probably lost sight of. If you have been an artist for a couple of months or even years, a lot of you kind of lost touch with that creative energy that you used to feel early on. And many of you are probably watching this video because you want to get back there. You remember, you have an essence in your mind that you're trying to capture again, but all the desire for improvement, all the desire for validation on a technical level is getting in the way of actually enjoying the drawing practice. A big part of the desire for validation comes from a place of shame or feeling like you're not enough. For many of us, including myself, we get into a practice like drawing and we hope to feel complete by becoming good at it. If I was a great artist, then I would feel complete inside. People would accept me for who I am, and that would feel good. And I think that that's a very toxic mentality. It's a very shame-driven mentality, and it's something that's very common in our culture right now, and it has been for many, many years. It's very normal for people to try to improve because they feel like they're not good enough. The Perma beginner mindset is essentially saying that you are good enough. You deserve to feel joy in your drawing practice. You do not have to wait until you get good enough or that you're complete enough to actually have fun with your drawing practice. You can have fun right now. You don't need to go anywhere. There's no destination that you're going to get to where you suddenly deserve to feel joy from your drawing practice or that your drawing practice is more legitimate than it is right now. There's no place where your drawing practice becomes more legitimate than it can be right now. As a beginner artist, you're in touch with all the beauty and joy that can come from drawing already. Yes, there are technical skills that you can improve and that will help you convey ideas a little bit better. There's a reason why I also teach some of the technical things. But more than anything, the fun of drawing is way more important because that is ultimately all there is. No matter how good you get at drawing, the joy that you feel while drawing is the same. It's the same. Like, how I felt about drawing and how I felt drawing earlier in my life is the same way I feel right now because ultimately it's the same thing. You're just making marks on paper. It's you sitting with your mind, sitting with your creative energy, being a conduit for the muse onto the page, just making marks on the page, and that will never change. Yes, the lines might be more accurate. Yes, they might feel a little bit easier. Maybe some of the lines feel a little bit smoother as you develop your dexterity. Maybe it's easier to draw a certain subject matter. Yeah, all of those things are true. But fundamentally, the joy of drawing will stay the same regardless of how good you get. It's a big reason why if you listen to interviews with famous artists, popular artists, a lot of times they sound exactly the same as beginner artists. And I know that this isn't something that a lot of people get to see because a lot of times beginner artists don't have a voice online really. Like no one's going to really watch an interview with a beginner artist. People are going to watch interviews with a famous artist, obviously, because they have clout and fame. But a lot of times advanced artists sound exactly the same as beginner artists. All the problems that they face are the exact same. They're the exact same, which is so funny to me. Like it's something that it's such a eureka moment once you realize it. But just believe in that. Trust me. A lot of times the struggles that you face in wanting to improve your technical skills, still struggling a little bit with your creative voice, figuring out your art style. A lot of advanced artists struggle with the exact same thing. Even when artists find their art style, they still ask themselves questions about like, oh my God, am I stuck in this thing? Like, should I be changing it? All those questions stay the same. And what also stays the same is the joy of drawing. So lean into the joy. Try on this Perma beginner mindset for the next week. Just try it for 7 days. Pinky, promise me right now. Give me a pinky. pinky promise me right now that you'll try this just for a couple of days. You don't have to take on this mentality for the rest of your life, because I know it's hard to believe me. It's hard to trust me here. I know the desire for improvement will always be there. It'll always creep up. But for the next 7 days, just try on this mindset. Accept the fact that all the art that you're going to make is ugly, but let the goal be the joy of drawing, the feeling of joy while you draw. That is the number one thing that I want you to focus on. And if you are someone who struggles with your expectations, check out the Inner Artist course, which is included in Absolutely Everything bundle, where I do go through grappling with your expectations. This is something you can do on your own. Like, I'm not claiming that you need to use my courses to get there. But if that is of interest to you, check out the link below, and also check out the 54 free drawing exercises that will also be linked below. See you in the next video. And let me know how it goes. If you try this mindset on, please keep me updated. I love updates. I read every comment. It takes me a while to get back to comments because there's so many that I just need to, like, it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes because I really want to sit with each comment and actually take my time to reply. So if you leave a comment, give me a little bit of time, but I will get back to you. See you guys in the next video.